Your abilities have been seen, strengths observed carefully, and skills proven to be useful for this mission. If you do not wish any part of this important task, then do dispose of this letter with urgency and read no further. If you wish to use your powers for the greater purpose, then continue on. A threat has hit the territory of New York City, one that threatens our very existence. Come to the city and stay in the Peninsula Hotel. Your further instructions will be given then.
After receiving a special letter from the Camarilla, let me go ahead and grab that nice little paper. After receiving your special invitation from the Camarilla, requesting your assistance in New York, you are unable to find any reliable source of transportation of your own. So you take to getting there yourself. You decide it'll be easiest with your specific skill set. Let's borrow that car. That human's not gonna need it, right? So, this particular person, it's for you early in the evening, for them late at night. They just got off of a really difficult shift at work. You can tell they are just exhausted, drained, not really paying attention to their surroundings. All they're doing is pulling in to this gas station so they can fill up their tank and go home for the evening. As they're pulling out their wallet, they try to pay at the pump. They're having some issues. They're going inside to figure out what's wrong with their car. You do notice they left their keys in the ignition.
Wow, they're idiots.
It would be so... But you think to yourself, what should you do? What would you like to do? Wait for this little human to come back so you guys can go together? Or are you going to go on this ride for yourself?
Myself.
Sure about that?
Alright, so I'm going to have you roll. I'm going to have you roll intelligence plus larceny.
Okay, give me a second. Let me pull out my character sheet here. Intelligence. 2. And 2. Okay. To 3 blanks and 1 archon.
Okay.
Archon.
As you wait for what you feel is the right opportunity, you go up to the vehicle, glance around your shoulder for a minute, you put your hand on the handle of the car, and as you start to open, the gentleman from before walks back out and sees you. "Hey!" he shouts. "What are you doing?"
You should be careful. I was gonna close this door for you. Or no. Can I redo that?
Sure.
Can I just close the door and lock?
Close the door and lock.
And lock the door.
Are you getting inside, or are you just, like, showing that... Are you getting inside the car? Like, you opened it and are getting inside locking it, or are you just, like, showing that you locked it in front of him?
Like, getting into the car.
Okay. As you get in, rushing to lock the door, he rushes over himself, trying to lock the car. Just pulling at the handle frantically, just shouting over and over, "Get out of my car! What are you doing? Get out of my car!" Do you still stay, or would you like to drive off?
Turn on that ignition and hightail it.
Go ahead and roll intelligence plus drive.
Hold on. Cons and 1 blank.
Alright. You succeed as you begin lifting off and pulling right onto the highway. Your destination, the Peninsula Hotel. Cattle! You wanted to take the subway?
Yes. Yes.
So, are you still within New York, or are you outside of New York?
Would it be a subway or would it be a train? If I'm coming from, like, into New York. Train, right?
Some of them are both.
Same thing. I'm coming out from... I'm going into New York.
Okay.
Then it's a train.
Train.
If you're out of state, it's a
Right.
train.
Train.
Where are you coming from?
Oh, man, I'm coming all the way from Mexico.
That's a long ass train.
That is a train.
Or Texas, either one. Somewhere from that area.
Texas.
Oh, Mexico. Nope. No, I'm doing Mexico.
Okay, these are going to be interesting.
Oh,
Right.
man.
How do you get on the train?
How did I get on the train?
Are you going to do this like any law-abiding citizen? Going through the proper paperwork and procedure, especially since you're coming from
Yes, I'm gonna be a law-abiding citizen, yes.
Oh, you don't want to be like Sam? This is a safe place.
Oh, man, don't make me choke on my banana.
My bad. I was choking on popsicle. It's fine.
That's it. All right.
You know you want to steal.
I do, but I have to be law. I'm trying to mature for you, Sam. I'm just saying, just trying to mature here. Jeez.
Alrighty. For you, the evening has just begun. When you receive your letter from the Camarilla. However you feel about them at the moment, kind of put off onto the side when you realize you might be able to have some kind of favor owed to you. Some information you might be able to collect from them. You decide, what the hell? As you go to the train station, you're getting your tickets, you're getting your passport in order, you're getting your green card in order, you're still surrounded. Like, surprisingly, you think with how, even though it's early for you, it's still late for some humans, some mortals. They're still scrambling around. They're still trying to get to their own stations. They're either coming off, coming back on. It's starting to get a little bit crowded. Crowded from actual people coming from home from their jobs, or people causing mischief. You don't know. You don't know yet. But as you get to the desk where you go to collect your ticket and pay for it, the gentleman behind the desks asks to see your ID.
Dun, dun.
All right, here it is.
He looks it over once, making sure everything seems to be in order. He's taking his time. You can't you can't tell like if you did something wrong on your end or if he's doing something wrong on his end, but he is meticulously checking it like nobody's business. Every little corner, checking the lettering, the words, just all of it. He just seems to be checking it a little more than usual.
Is something wrong?
Go ahead and roll charisma and composure or persuasion.
I have 1 unk and 2 blank. 1 success.
1 success. He sets the ID down, looks you dead in the eye. Where do you live?
Mexico, obviously.
When's your
Where
date
do
of
you
birth?
live? What's your date of birth?
Sir, if you want to get on this train, you're going to have to be cooperative.
January 12th, 1994.
Looks, gives a single nod. Your address?
You want my address?
Unless you don't know where you live.
I mean, is that really that important? I mean, it's on there.
Go ahead and roll. Roll manipulation plus wits.
Wits?
Time to gaslight.
Oh shit, dropping dice now. Fuck. Manipulation and what?
Wits.
Okay, manipulation is where? Oh.
Would be your attribute.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got a lot here. 1, 2, 3, 4 unks. 2 blanks.
Okay. The man rolls his eyes, grits its teeth, and as he's losing his own patience, he wasn't going to get anywhere, but realizing there wasn't much more that could be done since you were so convincing, he slides the ID back to you, stamps your passport, hands that back to you, and now you're free to go.
Gracias.
You are just waking up, and you decide, after receiving this letter, you'll have a couple of days to actually get to the meetup point. You'll take your time. You enjoy a little bit of the scenery around you. You've been here all your life, but there's one place that you still want to go to.
Where I want to go.
Then you see your little friend at the coffee shop.
Oh, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
So confused.
No worries. Yep. I am going to the coffee shop and order my normal order of a milkshake and sit at my usual table with a nice distance from you know who.
But you're waiting. You got your coffee, your tea. You're sitting down, and you're just kind of taking in the day, trying to keep your normal routine going. You notice your coffee shop friend, Charlie, wandering on in with another cup ready for you.
Oh, another. Interesting. Like, she'll narrow her eyes, just keeping watch, but try not to stare too hard while she's looking at her book, um, reading at that time, sipping her tea, coffee, whatever she has at the moment time.
Mm-hmm.
She will try to, if they're in earshot distance, she will try to listen in if they're talking when they sit down.
Alrighty. And as they're sitting down, many people coming in and out like normal. You know, like a lot of these faces you've recognized with them coming in as frequently as they do. Their own little regulars. Some of them you're seeing that are new. And some of them, who are regulars, confide into the baristas. You hear them beginning to ask, did you hear about the latest victim? That crazy murder that just happened the other day? The baristas nodding and saying, yeah, horrible. And they're kind of small talk back and forthing. They're starting to get a little bit quieter in their speech, though. It's getting a little harder to hear. But there are some things you're able to pick out. Is that this is another victim added onto the list of the hundreds that have accumulated.
That's dangerous. Am I able to Google on my phone more about the latest victim?
Yes, you are.
Do I need to roll for that, or?
This particular one will be easy to get news. It's like it's still considered on the front page for Google at this point in time. And it talks about they don't give the victim's name, not yet. But it seems that she was a resident of the peninsula. She stayed there working with her husband, went out for the evening, but she never came back.
She will keep note of that, and like she will continue on, just like she would love to chime in the conversation, but like she always does, keeps her distance. So she'll just continue to read and like keep on looking over it as much as possible as she can. She doesn't trust the other person that the coffee shop buddy is with.
Gotcha. They notice as you're finishing up your book for the moment, you begin to collect your things, start heading out. Your coffee shop friend, along with some of the other baristas, they seem genuinely concerned. And they ask you, do you have somebody walking with you home?
And she's like, no. Should I?
Do you want somebody to accompany you? I don't know if you've heard, but there's a maniac out there right now.
It's like, I think I can handle myself, but I do appreciate you guys. I have pepper spray.
They look between each other, and as much as you can tell your friend really wants to chime in and say something, he's already on thin ice. Yeah, it's me. He doesn't want to step out of bounds any more than he's already. So he decides, okay, but if you need any help, you know the shop's number.
Yes, I do. Don't worry. I'll be A-okay. Then she dies. What's
the worst that could happen?
Yeah, it's like, what could I have pepper spray. What? I'll be Gucci.
You'll be good. Where are you heading to now?
I think she was just like start doing the scenic route of her walk, just to see all the tall buildings and stuff. She'll probably check her text messages to see if she's needed at the club. If not, she would start heading over to the final destinations.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence.
Just intelligence.
You're gonna roll intelligence plus awareness.
Awareness. I have 2 blanks and an onk.
Okay. So as you're lost in your text messages, occasionally swiping through your phone, you barely feel somebody's presence coming right up behind you.
Oh.
You feel the warmth of their hands beginning to grip on your shoulders.
Oh shit. Can she elbow?
Go ahead and roll Dex plus melee.
What plus melee?
Your dexterity plus your melee.
My girl ain't the fighter. I got 2 onks.
You successfully managed to elbow that person off.
Hey.
You whirl around. You see the guy just barreled over in pain, just coughing to catch his breath. You really winded him.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
But you can tell, like, he looks angry. Just angry.
So I don't know the guy.
You don't know him.
Oh, that's
You can't see his face. He has it completely covered.
trying to rob me,
He
fella.
has completely covered, just his entire physique, just covered in black. Like black clothes head to toe.
Oh man.
Recovering that second wind.
Oh my god, it's Cuddle! I knew it! Like, finger guns up. He's like,
The guy, like, as he's covering his breath, you can still see, of course, his eyes. He's just angry. He glances behind, noticing that some people have taken notice of what you just did. There's not a lot of people, just a few, like a handful. Enough that could cause a problem.
oh yeah, it's gonna cause a big problem here.
You're getting ready. You're ready to go ham on him if he tries it again, but he darts, running full speed completely the other way.
Ooh, I want her to chase after him. She said, "Not today, bitch."
Okay.
He's like, "I got time to kill. Why not catch a criminal real quick?"
We are going to have you.
My girl acting like she can fight.
Your stamina plus action.
Hold up, is this gonna be her? You come on, you want to go? Oh, look at that!
Yes,
There's a squirrel.
Look over there. Like, what?
Well,
My brother taught me well. I got this. What stamina? What was it?
it is going to be stamina plus athletics.
Hell yeah, 5. 2 crits.
2 crit. 2 crit. Oh my gosh.
It did all blinks, but the 2 crits.
Okay, so you did manage to succeed. You're catching up with him. You're like neck and neck. He's still somehow just a hair out of reach. Go ahead and roll one more time.
One more time. I have 2 crits, 2 onks, and a blink.
Okay. Do you manage to grab the back of his shirt? You're pulling him to try and stop him.
Get over here.
He rolls around, pulling a knife, like a small little knife out of his pocket. Just slices his part of his shirt off. He runs. He turns the corner. You continue to follow?
Yeah. She's gonna pocket the fabric though, and then chase.
As you run, you turn around the corner. He's gone. No trace of him.
She's over like, damn Houdini shit.
Houdini shit.
Mm.
You're trying to look around. You're trying to see exactly what's going on. Where could he have gone? Did he drop anything?
Do I
It just looks like a movie.
Do I smell anything? Like, does he just smell a human, or does it smell like a species?
To you, it's really difficult to pinpoint what he is. He smelled disgusting.
Ah, gross. I gotta wash my hands.
Yeah.
Like,
you're
what
like,
level of disgusting?
Huh?
Like, what level of disgusting?
Like, we talk about neck beards, or like a guy at a
Matchy.
con.
Disgusting.
I'm gonna go with the neck beard guys that's at a con that doesn't wash. I'm gonna go with that.
And the gentleman from behind that noticed. They run up. They ask if you're okay. What happened? They actually look legitimately concerned.
It was like, alright, and she would be like, I guess she goes into frantic girl mode. Because that's a lot. He's like, oh my god, he just tried to steal my purse. And I just had to chase after him. I got it back. But I think we need to call the cops.
Yeah, it could have been that freaking maniac.
Because I think it was. Like, he was determined, but he disappeared on me. Guess I have some good elbows.
One of them nods like, yeah, did you see that shit? Like, she just knocked him out. One of them is now calling the police. Alrighty. So after your recent shift from the day to the night classes, your mother comes in, knocking on the door, asking if you are still okay to be going to school today. You can tell her eyes are just filled with dread, filled with worry.
Yeah, no, I'm fine, really. I mean, I probably just got this really weird, interesting cold. Maybe the coronavirus, but it's fine. I got over it. It's fine.
It's the monkeypox, you know.
Exactly.
She glances at you. She's continuing to peek back at the TV. At you back. Like, are you sure you can't just, I don't know, do an online class tonight or just call in? I don't know if you just heard, but another girl was attacked.
Like, I feel bad because it's my mom and I don't want her to worry, but I also kind of have to go because she's still human and I don't want to eat her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll be fine. I got pepper spray.
She still looks
Pepper spray, ultimate weapon.
out of her mind, but she knows you're an adult. She can't stop you. So she nods, lets out a quiet okay, closes the door, just gently closes it so you can get ready for school. You're finishing up, you're getting ready, throw on your clothes, throw on your backpack to make it look like to keep up the performance. You just see her eyes glued to the news, to the TV. You're seeing the headlines just all splaying across the screen. New York's Jack the Ripper nearly struck again. Just plastered all over. It talks, like, from what you can catch, from what you can gather, this is his over 400th victim. His MO, they're kind of, it's like Fox News and Fox News and what's the other news network?
CNN?
Yeah, CNN. are just kind of like going at each other's throats for, is this a hoax? Is this even real? Is this has to be just another scare tactic by the government, and just all sorts of things. They're barely acknowledging that they just presented the news that another girl narrowly escaped this attack. As you're realizing that your mom is so glued that she doesn't acknowledge your presence or even notice that you're really there, you go out and begin your day, your night. What do you do now?
I start heading in the direction of the college. I pretty much like head that way until I'm pretty sure that like my mom won't come out or see. Then I just keep walking and figure out how I'm going to get blood. Essentially, that's all I know right now because I just recently got turned.
What type of predator are you?
I have it written down as a bagger.
Okay. Do you have any particular connections?
Well, my mother does work at the hospital.
Okay.
So when I'm not able to get it myself, my mom can.
Okay. So with all the activity right now, you're heading to that hospital. With all the activity going on from what just happened, the police are everywhere as we speak. The crowds, they're so they're diminishing little by little. And this is New York. So for you to be able to easily walk through the streets and the sidewalk without any issues, you can tell something is wrong. You're getting in to the hospital. You go to the front counter. The receptionist, she recognizes you. She knows your mom works there. She smiles, her cheeks all nice and rosy red. She warmly asks, "What can I do for you today, hun?"
Yeah, my mom sent me here because she left something in her locker. She asked me to go and get it for her before I went off to my classes, so.
Okay. Do you need our security to come and escort you?
Oh no, I know where it is. I can go back there myself.
Okay. So she stands up, walks around the desk in the front. There's no easy way from the outside in. She has to go all the way around, unlock the door with her key card, and she opens it, stepping aside so you can walk in.
Okay.
Alright. Where to next? You gonna go to that locker to make me convincing? Or are you gonna go straight for the little stockroom?
I'm gonna head to the stockroom because I'm relatively certain that no one's watching me right now. Everyone seems pretty busy.
Okay. You're not wrong. You can tell from all the activity. Not the girl that was on the news, but you know that there was a victim. She survived this crazy attack. She doesn't know she hasn't been able to give a proper explanation, but all the staff who isn't taking care of any COVID victims or any serious trauma victims, they're mostly keeping to her, because she seems to be the best lead for all this chaos. So some of them they're kind of bumping aside you, but they're not really acknowledging your presence or taking you seriously, as they just barrel to continue doing what they need to do to keep this hospital on.
Sorry.
You get into the little stockroom. Surprisingly enough, for it having its plethora of important life-saving plasmas and blood and medicines and all the biohazards you can think of just encircling this area, it doesn't need a keycard.
So lucky.
Right? So you put your hand on the handle, you go in. How many are you gonna pocket today?
I don't want to take too many because, people need that stuff. So I probably just about 3 or 4 bags.
Okay. Put those in, you stuff them into your backpack, and you go out and leave. As the door shuts behind you, you hear a gruff, older man's voice. What are you doing? Turn. This is one of the hospital securities staff. What are you doing in there?
Oh, this is the storage room? I thought the locker room. My bad. Like, I've been so out of it because of all these tests and shit. I just didn't realize. I'm so sorry. God, college has me crazy right now.
Go ahead and roll composure plus your persuasion.
Sweet. Okay. So, 2 and persuasion. Okay. I got a 10, a 6, an 8, a 4, and a 2.
Alright, so 2 of those were fails, but you did succeed. He looks you up and down as he's phased just in pure contemplation. What's your mother's name?
Vera.
You're Vera's kid, aren't you?
Yeah.
Just be careful. You want to go breaking shit in there.
Yeah. No problem. So sorry.
He goes, nods, and he turns to go back to his desk, which you now realize was right around the corner. Alright. So what do you do now?
I book it out of there as fast as possible.
Zoom.
I almost got caught. I'm not staying there. I'm leaving.
Do you head straight to your classes now, or do you decide to do what the letter that you received not 2 days before asks of you?
What does the letter ask of me?
I went ahead and I sent it in the group VTM chat.
Oh.
And it says, you're pulling it out, looking it over. It says, your abilities have been seen, strengths observed carefully, and skills proven to be useful for this mission. If you do not wish any part of this important task, then do dispose of this letter with urgency, and read no further. If you wish to use your powers for a greater purpose, then continue on. A threat has hit the territory of New York City, one that threatens our very existence. Come to the city and stay in the Peninsula Hotel. Your further instructions will be given then.
Okay. I'm looking at the letter, and I'm contemplating what to do, because on one hand, a part of me wants to see what this is about, and see if I can learn more about, what I am. I obviously know I'm a vampire, but what it all is about. But then on the other hand, another part of me is like, do I really want to get involved in this when I have my mom to worry about? So I'm just kind of contemplating that and struggling with the decision.
Okay. While you're thinking, Sam, go ahead and roll.
Oh no.
Go ahead and roll your intelligence plus drive.
Okay. 3 plus drive. Okay.
Oh, that was for Sam.
Oh, that was for Sam?
Yeah, that was for
Okay.
Sam. I'm sorry.
Okay. And this is the part where we switched over to Sam.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Rolling.
Rolling.
I got one critical, one arcon, and one blank.
Okay. You succeed.
Woo.
You're driving on. The late hours are beginning to slowly turn into the early morn. You realize you haven't been stopped by an officer. You look around. Also, the roads seem just dead. It is completely lifeless. Nothing's been going on. You wonder, is it time to switch vehicles or do we keep using this one? We still are about an hour outside of the city. Do we take the chance? Or do we keep pushing on?
We can park it.
Alright. So, get out of the car, you're stretching your legs, you look around and still no sign of an officer. You would think, like, you just stole somebody's vehicle right in front of them. Why isn't there an officer coming after you? You're contemplating. Go ahead and roll intelligence and stealth.
Three archons, one crit, one blank.
Okay. So, it was then you realize. Oh, now it's right. Alright, I'm gonna have to try and turn up my volume. Okay. So it was then you began to realize, like, how well you covered your own tracks. You didn't realize, but when you look behind the car, the fool must have just bought this vehicle or something. It only had a temporary license plate on it, so it wouldn't be easy to track. Would you like to try another method of getting into the city, or continue to use this car?
I would say continue on, because, like, if it's
Not ready in their database yet.
not really in their database, she'll continue on.
Okay.
Since I got a better look.
Mm-hmm. So you go ahead, you're driving in, and you're seeing, like, even though you're this close to New York, it's still slowly becoming more and more barren. Fewer big vehicles are driving, fewer people are on the streets. And as you're driving around, there are still some places that are open, not much. Mostly, generic fast food places or some grocery stores that are being a little bit too bold with their employees. And as you're taking this into account, you realize it's been a few hours since you've fed. Do you stop to go and see what you can scrounge up for some food? Or would you like to go to your meeting place at the peninsula?
At the peninsula.
Okay. You drive there? That's where we're going to hold you for now. On this train for about a day or two. You're kind of only paying attention because you have to be wary of the sun, but you're also aware people are beginning to stare at you. How are you dressed right now?
I'm dressed like I'm all in. He's all in black right now. He doesn't have his chest open, so his tattoo is concealed.
Damn, you don't want to
So
show your
you-
chest?
Not today. Not while I'm traveling.
I know it'd be distracting by the light.
Yeah.
Just glistening.
Are you
I'm gonna grab some water.
go for it? Are you kind of wearing what you are right now, or is
Pretty
it
much.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hooded none up. He's a hood kind of guy. He has some
hood?
messy hair.
He's a hoods man.
He's a
See,
messy haired man.
there's a couple of people. Like you have been aware that there are people staring. They've been glancing over, watching. Anytime you look up, they would of course immediately look back down or outside or just straight ahead to avoid your glance. But they're slowly beginning to take more and more interest in you. Well, on this particular stop for this particular train, as they're unloading old passengers, bringing new passengers on, you notice like there's a couple of them that have been staring at you that have remained on the train. As the train's going, roaring back to life and takes the ride back off, pushing along, they get up. One of them goes one way, the other goes the other way.
Okay, so I watch these people that are staring at me, and they went up and they went the other way. Is that what you're
Yep,
saying?
If
Okay.
they went in opposite directions.
Okay. Where am I on the train?
You're heading to New York.
No, I mean like is there a specific part that I'm in, or I'm like in the middle, or what is going? Is there people like as I'm sitting by somebody, or no?
How much money did you shell out for your ticket?
Not a lot.
So you would be in kind of like the back of the train, just like where.
Okay. All right, the back.
Economy train.
The economy. The economy, right?
The Academy.
The economy cart. That's where you'll be at.
And the others, was there only like, were you saying there's 4 people that were watching me, or just 2 people that were watching me?
Just a couple right now. Like you have the people that have been staring from time to time, but these 2 have stuck around.
Okay, there's 2 that stuck around. Got it.
And this is where they have.
Question, Taylor, for the other Taylor, can you get up on the economy train and go to different places? Is that cool? Like, can I get up again?
You won't be able to go to first class. Like, you can't go to the top cart, but you can go to the middle. Like, you're in the middle.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to have him get up. And are there bathrooms on the train?
Yes.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, I want to have him walk as if he's going to the bathroom, but I want to be able to see if I can see where one of them went, if they went in that direction.
Okay. Go ahead and roll intelligence plus awareness.
Alrighty, sweet. Let's see. I think they're good ones. Awareness. Intelligence. Yeah. Holy shit. Oh, damn. Okay, I got 2 crits, and 1 onk. 3 are blank.
You are seeing all of the things.
Okay.
Except for you. You managed to find the kind of trail, the unintentional trail that one of your friends left behind. And you see that he is in like the very as back as he can go without bypassing any security, without bypassing anything that requires a key. And he's just on his phone. He's talking. And as you're kind of hearing him talking, you're kind of hearing them, but you're only catching like one or two words every so often. Do you want to move in closer?
Yes, I do. I want to be sneaky. Want to move in closer.
Want to move in the closer?
Oh, wait, can I use one of my abilities?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, okay, I got the perfect one for this.
Go for it.
That's exciting.
How do I do it?
All right,
I
so
want to use shit.
That you have shit power? Oh my god.
Right? Okay, Terry, you're gonna have to help me with this one because I don't remember how to do these.
which one were you thinking of using?
I want to use the one that it looks like it says I'm allowed to turn invisible but not be detected as long as I don't make myself noticeable. I think that's what it is. What's it called?
Okay, obfuscate.
Oscate.
You
Gotcha.
wanna use... Alrighty, go ahead.
How do I do it?
Make sure that I'm looking at it correctly. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, so you have obfuscate. You were using... Alright, so are you using the Cloak of Shadows or Unseen Presence?
Let me see. I do as long as you... Unseen presence is what I want to use.
Alright. So, sliding your hood back over, blending into your surroundings, attracting attention, you begin carefully going closer. As you're getting closer, you are actually picking up on what's being said. Yeah, this might be one of your dogs. Yeah, no, he's been sitting next to us, doing nothing for the last 2 days. Yeah, we've been watching him. I don't know. Do you want me to? Okay. We're almost in New York anyway, so we'll handle it then. Closes up his phone, and he starts heading back to where he was originally seated. Unless you would like to stop him.
Oh man, fuck. Why do you do that? Oh man. Wait, do I notice anybody else around us?
Go ahead and roll that intelligence plus awareness again.
Fuck yes. Okay.
Thriving.
1, 2, 3. I have 2 successes and 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks.
You give a good, solid look around anywhere you can. You're quietly watching to the best of your abilities. You're listening. Doesn't sound like there's anybody around. The only footsteps seem to be his.
Shit. Taylor, why you do this to me? Doesn't help that I also have to go to the bathroom.
Break.
You do what you want to do.
Okay. So, as he's passing me, oh shit, I don't think I can do that. I think that'll disactivate my ability.
Yes. Like you're invisible as long as you don't attract attention.
As long as I don't attract attention. Can I follow closely, like, behind him? Like, just still not saying anything. Just kind of, like, follow behind him to see
Yes.
where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that.
All right. So you begin to follow him back through economy onto the middle class. And we'll let you go to the bathroom so that I can handle Taylor. Alrighty. So as you are, excuse me. As you had just dealt with your strange Houdini, the police have now gathered. There are more police than you would think would be necessary for something as small as a guy possibly trying to steal a woman's purse.
Yeah. It's like, this is a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm. Many of them have already set up a perimeter as far as they can go within their jurisdiction. Some of them are speaking with the group of people that watched your attack. One of them is currently focused on you right now. This particular man, he's you're kind of surprised by this one. Like this guy looks a little too important to for something as small as what this would be. He's very formally dressed, very like full on, like police chief worthy attire. And then he begins asking you questions. Did you happen to see anything about this man?
All I saw was his angry eyes. But he was wearing all black, so not much there.
Taking note. Do you remember what color his eyes were?
Did you say what the color of the eyes were?
Go ahead and roll intelligence and awareness.
Am I smart? They're all blanks.
In the midst of the chaos, you can't quite remember. They might have been blue, but maybe they were brown.
It's like, I just know there was a color, but I didn't get a good look at that. He was just so angry.
Okay. He writes it down. He doesn't seem to be angry that you didn't know. He just seems like be on high alert, really tense, really stressful.
So you thinking this is that New York, what they say, New York whipper? Is that what's going on here?
There are some things that are lining up, yes, but we don't want to assume. He glances over. You're already seeing the cameras. There's already cameras. There's already news reporters. All kinds you can think of just behind him.
I hope they get my good side. But
he glances back, glances to her, glances back to you, back to them, and then back to you. Would you like a better route out of here?
I was like, what is the options? If I use the cameras, my brother gets more publicity.
Okay. We'll, he helps you go through the way that they went. That's blocked off, that no cameras have access to at all. Or no reporters, no news people, not even just onlookers. It's just the police. You're more than welcome to take that way out, but do you have anywhere you need to go that we can escort you to?
No, I was just heading home. But
Heading home?
Yeah, I was like, I'm just heading home, but I can take care of myself, as you can see.
Okay. He hands you his business card. If you can remember anything, or if anything happens again, give me a call.
You take night calls?
I do. Now I do.
Alrighty.
As you're finishing up, he helps escort you out of the way of all the craziness of the cameras. The thoughts of that letter are still burning into your brain. Letter that was just sent to you a couple of days ago. Would you like to head home? Or are you curious about what's going on?
Oh, she's definitely curious. She just didn't want the cops to follow her.
Okay. You're gonna head to the hotel?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ripley!
Yes.
Have you made a decision on what you would like to do?
After agonizing over it for a while, I decide to shoot my mother a quick text and let her know that I'm going to be staying at a friend's house and head to the hotel.
Alrighty. And you, Cuddle. You're following behind your friends. What would you like to look for? What is your purpose?
So I followed him back, right? We're almost to New York. Okay.
Mhm.
So like, I'm assuming like trains are like this, right? There's in between for trains.
Mhm.
I want to. Did he sit down? Is he back with his other buddy? Are they both sitting by each other?
He's back where he is, but his buddy is still not back yet.
His buddy's still fucking not back. Right? Great. I'm gonna like see if I can go find his other friend. Does that disactivate my ability, or am I still kind of
As long as you're not drawing attention to yourself.
sweet? I'm gonna like quietly kind of like go off in the direction where he went.
Okay. Well, for him, it seems like when you come across him, he seems to be taking like a far less active role between the two of them. He's more watching and observing the landscape go by. He's currently nestled, in between. When you and I took that train to Detroit, how like there was that space. You had your conductor right there to kind of keep an eye on them, but the trains were close enough that you can walk in between, and you had your little carts in between. He's standing almost right there.
He's standing in that area, or he's standing ahead of that area?
Standing in that area.
He's standing in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of sitting there, and there's... Can I see if there's anybody around?
Go and roll for it. Intelligence plus
Right.
awareness.
I'm gonna stop with these dice. I had to pick Mexico, huh? All right. I have 2 criticals, 1 unk, and then 2 blanks.
You see the conductor. He's starting to come back. And as he's walking, he places his hand on the gentleman, going, "Hey, bud. I know it's boring, but you can't be standing there. It's dangerous." He seems to kind of get jolted. like he's startled or just woke up from a slumber. Before he's like, oh, yeah. And that's when he goes and starts walking back. Are you gonna move out of the way?
Yeah, I'm gonna like move and watch him walk all the way back, but I'm not leaving that area.
Okay. You do see, like, he seems to be heading back to where he's supposed to be sitting. And the conductor has taken over that area, being his watch again.
So it's just me and the conductor?
How long do you choose to stay there for?
Man, I was hoping nobody'd be in here. Damn it. Okay. All right.
Look at me.
I'm not. I'm still trying to be good. Okay?
Why are you being good?
I don't
This is a safe space.
Phase. I want to use an ability, but I think if I do that, he's gonna notice. He's gonna notice.
Which ability?
I want to use my no on my sword to separate the cards.
The heart of the cards, you.
I want to separate the cards, and I want to be on the other side, like, of the card. I want to separate the one that they're on from me.
I mean, as long as you distract him.
Okay. All right.
How are you going to distract him?
How am I going to distract him? I'm trying to imagine the room. So it's like a little square, like, thingy, right?
Yes. Do you remember when we were on that train?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go over to the other side that he's not on and kind of stand as close as I can, like, in the shadows, and, like, reach for the other, like, door and kind of quickly, like, open it and then move my hand out of the way. Like, just open it just to get his attention.
He whirls around, not seeing anybody. Like, he was expecting someone, whether it be a passenger or one of his fellow crewmen. He was expecting someone, but not seeing anybody. Tilts his head, and he begins walking to take a peek. He has his hands on the side of the door as he's looking.
You didn't see anybody?
I'll be right back.
He doesn't see anybody.
Hey, we need help! Wait, is that gonna disactivate my ability if I, like, start making noises? I don't know what activates and doesn't activate it. I'm confused.
Think of it like if you're bringing attention to yourself, so like speaking would bring attention to yourself.
Okay. Can I take something that's on the floor and throw it in that room, like it knocks something? Is that gonna bring attention to me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. That doesn't bring attention to me?
Not to you.
Okay.
As long as you're being discreet enough about it.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up something really, like, small, like a pebble that came off, like, the floor or something, and then throw it in that room so it makes a loud noise.
This is like, it's baffling him. He can't see anybody, yet he's hearing noise. So he glances behind, not seeing anyone or anybody coming up that way. He steps away and heads in.
Sweet. Now I'm gonna use my ability. I want to use no on your sword, and I want to use it on the handle, like the whole cart that's there in the back.
Okay.
Like this one, because I'm assuming I'm right in between two carts, and I want to get Like, I just want to use it on the one that they're in. I just want to, like...
Oh.
Just get out. Go. No. 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 Yes, you can have your candy, but go.
That's all I had to know.
That's all I had to know.
Alrighty. So it takes it about a minute to really sink in, begin to erode the metal and corrode it, or it becomes brittle. The tension and the weight, both on the tracks and of the train itself, begin to slowly break it apart from each other.
Sweet.
And before the conductor realizes what's happening, the trains are already a good few feet apart. That feet turns into a few dozen to a couple hundred, and before you know it, it's out of sight.
Oh, sweet. While that's happening, I'm just gonna slowly, like, go into the other side of the cart and sit down and finally, like, just be quiet by myself.
Not an hour later, you arrive in New York. And with that, within the hour, you arrive in New York. Here, you glance over to your friend, realizing he's becoming more and more unsettled. His friend hasn't come back. What's going on? And then, like, of course, he glances one more time at you before hastily looking down. And you hear those who are boarding off for New York City, this is your stop. Please disembark once the train has come to a full stop. Train stops. Doors open. Everyone is beginning their scramble out. They are ready to get off. Some of them have been on this train for even longer than you have. They're done. Get off. And then you see, aside from the busyness of this train, you expected the city to be busy, bustling, just this overwhelming metropolis that you heard about so often over the years. There's nobody here. You have some scattered employees, but aside from the passengers, there's no one else there. Where would you...
New York. It's everything I thought it would be and more.
New York, the happiest place on earth.
It's a big apple.
Woo.
Yeah. Where would you like to go now?
I'm gonna start heading. Is my ability still on? Can I activate it and deactivate it with this?
Sure.
I want to put my hood on and I just want to walk.
Okay.
I just want to walk to the hotel.
To the hotel?
I'm
All
walking
right.
to the area. I've got this little paper and I'm just quietly
This pretty little paper that looks like it was made
got
like
my
handmade.
bag.
It's got little roses and different flowers in it. It smells lovely.
We love
It
that.
does. I love it. I love the fine details of it.
And you've all arrived in the peninsula. You've been traveling across the country for some days, some flying in from airport to airport with layovers one after the other, with rain, sleet, and snow as your foes, as it was difficult trying to arrive to your destination on time. As long as the long hours turned to days, you finally touched into the warmer winter wonderland that is New York City.
Woo.
New York City, the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple, the city so nice they named it twice. However you view the city, named after the Duke of York, this gem has continued to evolve and grow with the times. From a land once populated by the vast wildernesses and its own beautiful culture to a bustling metropolis in the span of 400 years, this city holds a diverse nightlife, with shopping centers on every corner, restaurants with food from all pillars of the world, bars as rich as high-end companies, From live music events to Broadway, from Coney Islands to dance halls.
No.
Where you see the history of the city, you also stumble upon the home of high-end fashion. And yet, you know what lurks behind the flashing lights of dance parties, what sits in the dark corners of local dive bars, what crawls from the depths of the sewers across the pond. The vampire. Ancient, ravenous, beautiful, horrifying. All applied to these undead creatures. Many who have come and gone and have formed the world you walk today. They walk amongst you, their hand having strong ties to the nightlife you will thrive in. No, you are not one of the good guys, nor are you living safe and comfortably. As you no longer live and only pretend to breathe, you've come into this world violently, and it's your own moral choices to pass along the torch of violence, or to survive within your means. But that is how you choose to sleep at day. Now, some of you have visited New York before, and for some of you, this is your first time. For the rest of you, this is your home. But for every one of you, you've been brought here for a purpose. You heard the news of the recent spikes of serial killings within the cities. The local human police are lost as how to combat the overwhelming and staggering rise in the body counts that have fallen upon their doorsteps. Their lack of action startling the very citizens that you've sworn to protect. Those who have flown or traveled, you've left your station, your vehicles. Some of you grab a taxi and get dropped off in the slower part of Manhattan. While those currently living in New York City begin their trek, you all wander the streets, trying to take in the bold, nearly scandalous art and towering skyscrapers. You then notice something else. Every so often, you catch glimpses of hesitant, uncertain humans. Some looking over their shoulders, others keeping their hands close to them, and with keen eyes, you see a few of them carrying firearms in hopes of keeping themselves safe. A sort of shoot first, ask questions later. Passing the jump upon, you catch the latest word of the investigation. Another victim of New York's modern Jack the Ripper has surfaced. NYPD continues to investigate the mysterious murders of their now 389th victim. No leads have been found, and NYPD has yet to give us any answers as to who is behind these heinous acts. We'll keep you posted as soon as we learn anything new. Thankfully, the city that never sleeps soaking hopes up. You all arrive at the Peninsula New York Hotel. Peninsula New York Hotel, also known more simply as the Peninsula, is set among Fifth Avenue's iconic shops. It's a sophisticated landmark hotel dating from early 1905 and is roughly a 6-minute walk from Central Park and the 59th Street subway stop. It holds elegant rooms with marble bathrooms and other glamorous amenities, as well as a polished fine dining restaurant, a chic rooftop bar with a gorgeous view of the city. Outside, you've been greeted by beautiful limestone sculptures of two beautiful women crafted in the likeness of the goddesses Ceres and Diana, towering Doric columns of all designs to replicate the neoclassical style of the Renaissance arch windows, reaching into the second-story sister windows, lining each of the 23rd stories. Walking through the large French doors, you're greeted by the glamorous entrance of the lobby. Before you is the receptionist desk. To your left, a grand marble staircase branching off into two different directions. One to the rooms, the other towards the many amenities the hotel has to offer. Above the staircase is a dramatic crystal chandelier, illuminating the lobby in a warm, golden glow. The hotel drips of luxury, of the same Renaissance architecture lining the ceilings and in originally crafted carving, reminiscent of the old Emperor Grant hotels. It also honors and complements old New York, old days, nearly 100 years ago, when the hotel was built. Approaching the receptionist counter, you greet the clerk who's shuffling paperwork around, occasionally typing on the keyboard. The clerk was a young woman with very fluffy dark hair, large rimmed glasses, whose demeanor you can only describe as couldn't be bothered. She hardly seemed to notice you strolling up, as her focus was on her phone, typing away at some message. It takes a moment, but the bunch of you standing at the counter caught the attention of another staff member, perhaps the hotel's manager, as his uniform was very precise, tailored perfectly to his very proportions. His hair was clean cut, and though he had a beard and mustache, It was cleanly shaved. Image looked to be everything. Abby, the man scolded. I'm so terribly sorry for your waste. He apologized over and over to you all. She just started, and we're still training her. Please, do you have a room reserved? What are your last names? The man rushed to type the computer, occasionally pointing out what needed to be done to Abby. His attention turned back to you.
After you, senoritas.
Are we just stating our names?
Yeah, I'm gonna step to the side and let the ladies go first.
Anybody else wants to go first?
Okay, I step up to the counter and I'm like, oh, my name's Rochelle Grayson. Very awkward, just like not used to talking to people.
He nods one, thanks you for coming, and he glances at the rest of you.
Hi, honey. My name is Rain Hedges.
I was like, she was texting on her phone while everybody was doing their stuff, and then like when she saw felt the eye contact of her, she's like, oh, my turn. Oh, it is Essence Cobra for me.
And then he looks at you.
I'm gonna take out my hood. Just no longer hood knit today. My name is Casimir, and he's just gonna.
He's all your names.
Yeah.
Continues to thank you for coming, and then he pauses. Oh, I see. I don't know exactly why you were called here, but you do have rooms reserved. If there's anything we can do to help you, let us know.
Your name would be much appreciated, friend.
I'm sorry. Our name is Alan. I'm the hotel's manager.
No, it's nice to meet you, Alan. Then I'm gonna pull out a little piece of paper and I'm gonna hand it to him. And on it is a bunch of supplies. Can you do me a favor and make sure that gets to my room?
He glances at once, twice, folds the paper up neatly, stuffs it in his jacket. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Essence just looks over it and be like, is that like a kink list you're trying to get there?
Maybe.
Oh. Sounds like a party in your room. Hopefully I'm invited.
It's gonna be good. Do I have a room key? I'm gonna go to my room. I'm just gonna... That was all that she said and did. Is room key. I've been traveling a lot.
Did you want to describe how you look?
Oh yeah. Do I want to describe you already know what I look like.
Do they know what you look like?
Do you know what I look like?
Is your chest open yet?
Okay. Yeah, I'll let my chest be open now, okay? I'm wearing his original clothes, not these clothes, but I guess he's still definitely got his hood on. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for it, but his chest is open and he's just gonna walk to his room like he's dead. Like, I have been traveling a lot. I wanna go to bed.
He's a very bold fellow.
And Alan calls after you. You'll have some replenishments in the mini fridge. Just lift off the small panel. May not be to your preference right now, but it should hold you over.
Thank you. Scooting away.
Alright, you, Cuddle, your room is going to be 342. Anyone else kind of want to describe what they look like?
She is wearing a shoulder length red hair, I'm trying to describe the shirt the best way I can. It's a navy blue type of shirt. Blouse. We'll say blouse. Go with blouse.
Sure.
With red pants on. She's wearing gloves on her hands. Cause larceny. All around, she looks like a pleasant vampire.
Pleasant.
Mm-hmm. Pleasant.
As someone
A Southern
comments on her
belle.
pants and likes her pants. I like your pants. That's how. Then she goes back to texting.
Well, thank you, Bumpkin. I love these pants.
She's a Southern belle, isn't she?
What?
Yeah, she's a Southern belle.
You made a Southern belle.
Got it.
And you got even a cute little twang to go with the pants.
Oh, I love it.
Alright. You, Rain, Sam, will have room 350.
Okay. She takes the card and
Let's just describe you.
Huh, me.
Okay.
Cool. So Essence is wearing a tight red dress on. She has fishnets fishnets on with black heels. Her rings is all cobra snakes on her fingers. Gotta keep with the brand. Hair is hanging down and stuff. Her makeup, very smoky eye, dark lips, very signature for her and stuff. Her cell phone is always gold. She has a gold case on it. She asked for her room key.
Alright. You are going to be given 346. Rochelle, would you like to describe yourself?
Yes. So she's 19 years old, so she looks like a baby. She looks like a typical college student. She has a flannel over a graphic t-shirt, ripped up skinny jeans, Converse, has her backpack slung over her shoulder. She has like faded purple hair, very faded because she hasn't dyed it in a while, but the purple's there. And she just looks kind of unsure of herself, looking around like, fuck are all these people? Why do they look like this? What am I doing here?
Essence would probably look at her and be like, "You okay? You look like you had a rough week."
Yeah, she just is like, I'm fine, and takes her room key to scurry off. She doesn't know what any of this is about.
Nah, she'll loosen up one day. She told herself.
You're going to be 344.
Okay.
I'm gonna go upstairs and wait for my stuff.
And then Alan's going to help you take your suitcase.
And Essence would tell the manager guy, somebody named Isaac will be here with her suitcase. She didn't know how long she was staying.
Okay. And then as you're telling him this, he glances over to Abby. Can you put that into the system? She just kind of waves him off, going back to her little phone.
Good thing.
Just inhales and lets it out slowly. I will make sure he is welcomed into the system.
She seems like she has an attitude. Rough day.
He's young. He just started. Trying to train her as fast as we can, but what can you do?
I was like, don't worry. She'll get the hang of it. Or something would just bite her in the ass. Whichever comes first.
Like literally or metaphorically?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Literally or metaphor?